What is up, peeps? Welcome back to the channel. Some more daily CS news out there. We got a lot of crazy stories from a lot of big names out there, including maybe some Valorant pros who might want to come back to the better game finally, all right? A very interesting discussion prompted by TenZ, the former CS pro who has been enjoying his time in Valorant, been doing very well for himself. It's crazy covering him 5 to 6 years ago in CS, now with what he's done in both the games, and again, probably be one of the crazier FPS players out there still. Well, even with that being said, he might be growing tired of some of those fancy animated skins over in the Valorant world, which prompted a nice discussion. And as always, I'm curious what you guys think about this one. As he tweeted, "New skins are pretty fire, but my brain gets cooked whenever I use it from the overdose of animations and sounds. I need an option to be able to turn off skins client side so I don't get nerfed in the middle of a game by picking it up." And this has become something Valorant is very well known for, very animated skins. And yes, there might be some other stuff sprinkled in there, which, albeit from a lot of players' perspectives, it is pretty cool. Like when it comes to paying for a skin that actually does things versus comparing it to the looks of a CS skin. I'm a CS fan at heart, you guys know that, but some of the Valorant skins are pretty freaking sick. I can also imagine they're pretty freaking distracting if you're trying to compete as a pro player or even at a higher level in the game, and like a lot of us, you know, just can't really focus, let alone when a gun is doing that. Like, we have knife swaps and gun swaps in CS and weapon inspects. Can you imagine how many of your buddies would die mid-round, mid-clutch in CS if we had the animations and skins that Valorant did? Let's be honest, we've all been there. We've all pulled out the knife. All right, we've all done it. We've all done it. And so I told the guy, like, hey, you're welcome back anytime. We got some very bland skins over here in CS territory. And hey, that's not to take away from this, all right? Valorant has some very cool skins, but Counter-Strike skins are actually worth money. So that's the end of that debate. TenZ growing tired of some of the Valorant skins out there and their animations and sounds. So hey, there's another FPS, man. And not all of us, but me and a lot of us, we're open arms, TenZ. Tyson, we are open freaking arms. You and Tarik can join us whenever you want, all right? And speaking of the devil and Tarik himself, he gave some advice a while back on stream that I thought could actually go not just to Valorant pros, but pro players and CS guys in general, as he's kind of dabbled in both territories as a CS pro and as a Valorant streamer. So I think this kind of advice is very interesting, especially from an esports perspective of what pro players need to do, building their brands outside the server.
Yeah, I do agree though. There's so many pros that just get paid and don't do shit, and I think they're shooting themselves in the foot. Any pro that's not like active on social media, that's not streaming, like, you're trolling, because eventually you're gonna need a brand to back up on, because you're not gonna be good forever. You could be pro for a long time, but especially in Valorant and Counter-Strike, honestly, some of these guys pro for like 30 years. And I think some of them probably shouldn't be pro, but I think in Valorant especially, dude, you get fucking replaced like so quickly. You have one bad season, you get replaced right away. Especially in Valorant, you got to be active on social media. It's only your benefit.
And it's not the first time we've heard this advice, but I thought it was very interesting because, correct me if I'm wrong, it feels like the esports that do the best are the ones that have those standout personalities that can make a little dent on the timeline and kind of traverse outside of their own scene. Like when you see someone like Scrap in Call of Duty trash talking so heavy that even non-Call of Duty fans see that, you need that kind of stuff. When a Valorant pro player does something crazy or has these, crazy personalities, you kind of go beyond just your scene. And so eventually, when these esports come to being of age, right, you have CS who has gone, generation to generation, but you've had these different personalities come up and expand the game. And you can follow from one player like the OGs, right, the Freibergs and the Forests, and I mean, go back to like Jay Wonderchild, right? You guys know what I mean when I say OGs, all the guys like Kenny S and them who have now retired or getting to the near end of their career, but we already have new up-and-comers to cheer for, like the ZywOos and the Simples and the Munasees and the Donks. CS does a great job of having generational talent. You can always cheer for the next guy. And these other scenes, they need that, right? Call of Duty League, they need those new personalities in the come-up to replace the OGs like Scump and Clayster and Crimsix and all those guys. And it goes on. And the same could be said for a game like Valorant that is not old enough yet that we've seen a mass amount of retirements of the top guns. So I think that's what Tarik's trying to get at. What do you guys think about that? And a real quick shout, we are approaching, of course, some CS tourneys in the future. I will be doing pick'ems with ThunderPick, our esports betting sponsor. Please bet responsibly, 21 plus only. My last predictions I wouldn't follow mine. I was close, all right? I picked Spirit over NAVI, but I'm excited to predict more tournaments in the future, and it might mean some cool giveaways as well. But man, oh man, well, I mean, this is I don't really know what to say about this one, guys. Someone went viral this past week for a tattoo. We see a lot of esports tattoos out there, whether it's the faces of players or streamers or logos of teams out there. We've seen a lot of them, all right? And this one is a whole new level, as this person has now gone viral for allegedly getting the AK spray pattern as a tattoo on their arm. I've reached out to try and verify this, see if it's even real. It looks pretty real. I hope it's not, but I think it might be. And then I got to thinking, like, this is kind of cool, but it's also very nerdy. And like I've seen worse, but I've also probably seen better. And then you got people out there critiquing the bottom of the spray. They're like, hey man, and the guy is just trolling back, and I don't know what to say to these kind of stories, guys. All right, it's cool if it's cool for you. It's definitely not for me. And then there was a really funny reply. Someone was like, I got the op spray on mine, which is just a freaking, you guys got it, single dot. Okay. And something I really want to talk about is NAVI JL. I've been saying from video to video, this guy is my spirit animal. I have not really realized how much he's been calling out CS2 and their updates and their bugs as of late. Last video, we talked about an interview he did with Blast about Alexi B and some of the bugs still existing in CS2, including the player boosting or the jump box bug as well, that are still in this game. And then I went through the guy's Twitter and I realized this guy is not very happy with a lot of the CS updates, and curious if you guys agree. On that same last video, I asked all of you guys what your biggest issues with Counter-Strike currently are, and that was the most comments we've gotten on a video since I've returned to doing CS News. Like, clearly there are a lot of issues for casual and competitive players, including that of JL, who time and time again has called out Valve for these minimalistic updates and more so focused on monetary things, the bug issues, and the fact that it's been months since they won their major and he still does not have his in-game items. Valve, you give JL his trophy. The man deserves it. But I thought it was very curious, and that's why he's my spirit animal. He's very outspoken about this stuff, and you need these vocalistic pro players to complain about these things in order for things to get done. So hopefully the more people that talk about him, the more things that get pushed on the other side. So again, what do you guys think Counter-Strike really needs to fix? And very lastly, for all of you guys, as you know, we love to do some clip surfing out there. Thanks to all you guys who have been sending me stuff as well. That's going to be Stu. He's been a common feature on this channel as of late, but he went viral for this clip saying, Counter-Strike, help me out. And then it led to internet detectives trying to figure out, was this latency or was this subtick or something of that nature? This is out of my field. So I'm going to leave it to the comment section, as Stu has called out CS to fix something like this.
Outside, outside.
What? Bro, what was that, bro?
Alright.
Bro, what the fuck am I playing, dude?
And certainly when you see something like this live, it does not look good. I don't know how his internet / latency on his end really was. I would assume Stu has probably pretty good internet, pretty good PC, but could be wrong. But everyone has their moments in game. When I first saw this, I was like, welcome to Halo Infinite, motherfricker. That's every game, dude. I'm behind a wall, behind a rock, whatever. That's my life, and I don't know if it's my internet or it's the game, but I have a feeling that it's probably the game. So what do you guys think about this? Any internet sleuths or people that know something of this nature, make sure to leave a comment down below. Maybe we can get a little ball rolling on, was this Stu's issue, or is this just Counter-Strike 2's issues? As per usual, we hope you guys all enjoy. Videos will be slow this next week, guys. We are going to the Esports World Cup. Super excited to be doing interviews and coverage there. I will be trying to do daily CS news while I'm there, but I will be very busy, and most of the time I'll be in the air as well. So I have some interviews scheduled out on the channel. We hope you guys all enjoy, and I'll see you back here when I see you for some more daily CS news. Until then, take care. Drink up for me, all right? We'll see you soon.